Welcome. My name is Brandon. Please join me on this tour of the largest mall in Northwestern Ontario, Intercity Shopping Centre. Even at 10:30 in the morning, the mall was already filling up with people. This footage is mostly filmed run-and-gun style due to the number of shoppers, active security, and the large number of cameras everywhere. Despite the mall's modern appearance, Intercity was the town's first mall, originally called Intercity Plaza. It started as a strip mall and a Simpsons Sears back in 1956. Simpsons Sears Limited was a joint venture between Simpsons and Sears Roebuck. There were also separate Simpsons stores, which were designed to not compete with the Simpsons Sears stores. A former Sears employee remembers the plaza containing Bad Boy Furniture Store, Bank of Commerce, Bata Shoe Store, Loblaws Grocery Store, and Woolworths. The woman did not mention Zellers, but a blog titled The Hot Rods and Jalopies Generation does mention Zellers as an old tenant of the plaza. Before 1970, this area of Ontario was split up into smaller towns, including Port Arthur and Fort William. After a vote, the towns amalgamated into what is called Thunder Bay today. Some residents wanted Port Arthur's downtown to be the downtown of Thunder Bay, while others wanted the same for Fort William. Instead, the intercity area between the two towns grew with commercial real estate. The owners of Intercity Plaza took advantage of the growth and replaced the strip mall with a fully enclosed mall that opened in 1982 as Intercity Shopping Centre. I forgot to mention that in 1978, the Hudson's Bay Company purchased the Simpsons stores. Hudson's Bay Company sold its share of the joint venture to Sears. They rebranded all Simpsons Sears stores to plain old Sears. Intercity Shopping Centre opened with Sears and Zellers as anchors and a large food court in the center of the mall. In 1984, Sears rebranded their Canadian stores to Sears Canada. The next biggest change to the mall occurred in the mid-1990s, when the mall expanded to the north. I thought the former Sears was original to the complex, but based on old maps, the Sears appears to have been demolished for the mall addition. I also thought the two-story section of the mall with offices was the old Sears, but again, based on maps, it would have been too far to the south. I needed an afternoon snack, so I ordered an espresso and a donut from Tim Hortons. It really hit the spot. In the back of this shot, you will see a sign that says Tray Station. Instead of dumping your waste into trash cans, you drop off your trays at a stand. A couple of employees then sort the waste into different bins, such as recycling or composting. A fast food chain that caught my eye was New York Fries. I assumed it was like Boston Pizza, where someone thought it would be cool to give their fast food chain an American name, but New York Fries was originally started in New York. In 1983, a couple of Canadian brothers, Jay and Hal Gould, discovered the original stand after reading a newspaper review. The brothers bought the Canadian rights to the brand. After the original location closed, New York Fries became a Canadian-only brand. Over the years, New York Fries expanded into other countries. The business finally returned to the States at the beginning of 2024. You can order New York Fries at the Roosevelt Field Mall in Gordon City, New York. Well, maybe you can. Thunder Bay is still the closest location to me. Oh, please, 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 please open a location at the Mall of America. I want more poutine on the side of the border. Sometime in the early 2000s, the Zellers expanded into the mall's southern hallway. Part of that hallway was also converted into a HomeSense store. In 2013, the Zellers closed when all locations closed across Canada. While other Zellers in Thunder Bay became Walmarts, Intercity was preparing for one of the greatest shopping chains from Minnesota. Yes, the mall was getting ready for a brand new Target. It opened in 2013 and closed in 2015 when the company pulled out of Canada due to distribution issues. There are plenty of stories about Target Canada's demise, so I won't go into details. I have friends and former coworkers who still work at Target, so I don't feel like reopening this old wound. After Target left the mall, Lowe's moved into that space in August 2016. At the other end of the mall in 2017, Sears started closing when the company liquidated all remaining Canadian stores and assets. Intercity management didn't think they could replace the two-story Sears with another large department store. Marshall's opened in half of the first floor in October 2019. As of the release of this video in June 2024, the other half and the entire second floor are still empty. Lowe's closed on January 31st, 2020. The pandemic hit and the anchor sat vacant. Near the end of 2022, a Dollarama opened in a portion of the old anchor. There are talks of moving or consolidating some of the local libraries into the remaining space. I have to praise how management has handled these smaller stores and old large tenant spaces. Both Dollarama and Marshall's have entrances into the mall, so from the inside, shoppers do not see empty tenants. I have been to a number of malls where management fills in old anchors and they don't have any internal mall access, making the malls look more dead than they actually are. Here we are going to the upstairs offices. There are quite a few people going up and down the stairs, or hanging out in the hallway waiting for the elevator, so I did not film as much as I would have liked. I was also cautious as every corner on the staircase had a camera. Even if security didn't catch me filming with their own eyes, would someone spot me on camera and give me a hard time on a future visit? Due to this fear, I did most filming on the last day of my visit. I spent a lot of time at Intercity. Being the largest and healthiest mall in Thunder Bay, it was my home base where I would go between mall visits to unwind, get exercise, and plan my next mall trip for the day. This concludes my series of Thunder Bay malls, but I am not yet done with Canada. I will have one more Canadian video on the mini malls of Dryden, Ontario. I hope you come back, and I hope you have a great day. Take care.